Hello everybody, welcome to YAN. I am your host Aaron. Today we are back with another episode, finally, of The Last of Us. This is season 2, episode 6, titled The Price. I am so sorry that it has been this long in coming out with this episode. I wanted to do a double feature of this episode and the season finale back to back. That unfortunately did not happen. I got really busy with just life, and then other things happened, but the point is now we are back with the episode, which I have a feeling is going to be very much a flashback episode, and our final appearance of Pedro Pascal as Papa Joel. But we shall go in head first anyway, as we gear up for the season 2 finale, which shall be, hopefully, if I get this filmed and ready, shall be out tomorrow, and if not that, the day after. But no promises, because I don't know what's going on anymore. Anyway, if you're new here and you haven't seen any of the trailer reactions, reviews, discussions, games, all the stuff that we do on this channel, feel free to view them. Like this video if you enjoy what you're seeing. Subscribe to YN so you don't miss out. And also, feel free to check out me playing The Last of Us Part 2 on Your Average Stream. It is a good old time. We are almost there towards the end of the game. Yeah, I said I wanted to finish the game before the season came out. That did not happen, and now I'm finishing this game after the season's over, so yikes. But yeah, feel free to join me over there, and I hope you guys enjoy the reaction. Let's go.
He's gonna beat the shit out of me.
I said it'll be fine.
Backstory? 1983. Oh, okay.
But I'm doing a little better than my father did. And you know, when it's your turn, I hope you do a little better than me.
That's all a parent wants, man. Is just for their kid to do a little bit better than them. My dad used to tell me that all the time. Like, I want you to be better than me. Man, wow. Like, and to me, that scene does so much with so little. The fact that we get to see, that Joel and Tommy grew up in violence, as you know, maybe not nearly to the point where Ellie grew up in violence, but the fact that we see that even from the beginning, Joel was very protective about the people that he cares about. And so it's fascinating to me to see the nature in which Joel and the Miller family kind of, the comparison between love and violence, like, is very much there, and how we use violence to protect the people that we care about. And to me, just that, the fact, like, that conversation is probably stuck with Joel, you know, just the when you have one of your own, you know, when you have a kid, I hope you do a little bit better than me. I bet you Joel's never hit Sarah, and yet, you know, Sarah's death was in violence, and here's Ellie, whose entire life up until this point has been violence, and Joel has done this an extremely violent, almost terrible thing, but he's done it out of love, and it's like, he does it because Ellie's she's not his daughter, but she might as well be. And I bet you he would have said to her, you know, when it's your turn, when you have a kid, like, I hope you'll do better than I did. That being said, he did the best for her. He sacrificed the entire world for her. But it's up to the next generation to kind of do a little bit better than the previous. That was, wow, that was incredible. Neil Druckmann directed this one. All right, Neil, show me what you got. Some folks call this a guitar. We're seeing him build the guitar he's going to give to Ellie. In the game, like, in the way the guitar was pretty much finished. And so, I mean, I think he still needs to add the strings to it, but in this, we're actually seeing him build the guitar he's gonna give to Ellie, and like, just even from the first episode, we know she's not really gonna take care of that thing, and it's like, oh, just Joel tried so hard. Oh,
What happened?
Oh, where'd you come from?
Painkiller. She's all right. Come on.
Painkillers.
No. Leave it. Leave it. Don't touch it.
Tommy, what happened?
She was working KP and she burned her arm.
Well, how?
Pushed it right up against a pot.
You did this on purpose?
I was like, here we go, and then I fucking went.
What?
No one saw it. I was on my own. I just really wanted to wear short sleeves again. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
It's okay.
oh my God, this is so adorable. Poor girl just really wanted to wear short sleeves again, man.
Let's hope Seth bakes better than he spells.
That's really good.
He remembered oh my God, he remembered the cake. That was the thing in the first episode, is that he didn't remember the cake for Sarah, but he remembered the cake this time. Oh, this episode's gonna break me.
I had promised I would teach you, so...
There's no way he's gonna sing to me right now. Don't do it. Don't. Maybe I'll just skip that part. As opposed to the game, where Ellie was very much like, when this moment happens in the game, Ellie was already kind of in their relationship already felt very much strained. It is interesting that, though, despite the fact that she had similar reaction, like in the game and in the show, after Joel lied to her, this version of Ellie seems to almost, at least up until when the eventual confrontation happens, it feels like that this version of Ellie kind of almost accepted Joel's lie and is basically having a better relationship to him, as opposed to the game Ellie, who right off the bat knew something was off, and their relationship was very strained because of it. Because this Ellie seems very much invested in Joel singing, as opposed to Ashley Johnson's version, which was kind of like, okay, yeah, sure, if you want to do that, like, no problem. But like, they both work. Like, that's the cool thing about like the game and this show, is that both versions of the character and both versions of telling this story still very much work. So good work, guys. Good work.
Talk to you about the birds and the bees?
Oh, you mean dicks and vaginas?
Jesus.
I'll get pregnant if you let me train for patrols.
I do kind of wish she pushed him in the pool, like in the river. I like that part of the game where where he pushes her in, and then she pushes him in. I love that part. Oh, I miss it. That being said, they made this look great.
Oh my God! It is a dinosaur, Joel. Whoa. How long have you known about this place?
Wow.
Okay, so I want to touch on this a little bit. I feel like, okay, so to the untrained eye, to someone who hasn't played the game, this is like just moments with Joel. But I feel like I can see how someone who has played the game would feel like a lot of this is very rushed. And that is because we've spent... These sequences are so much longer and more... They go on for longer in the game because there's more interactivity. And it's the fact that you're playing it. So... I completely lost... Oh, sorry. Let me get my yawn out. I just came from work, so I'm really tired. Yeah, so like I can see kind of how some would say this is rushed, but the fact that like we're still seeing these scenes makes me appreciate those moments in the game so much more, because we're still getting them in the show, just not to the context where you do fully experience them in the game. And there is a point, I swear, and I am trying to make sense, I promise, but like stuff like Joel pushing Ellie into the river, like you remember that stuff, and then you were like, oh yeah, that is such a great moment, and then you want to go back to the game and play it, but there's still there's still the spirit of these moments is still there in the show, is what I'm trying to say. I really hope you understood any of that. They're hitting me with all the feels right now. There's a strange beauty in the world of The Last of Us, and the world of this post-pandemic apocalypse that has happened, where the rules of society don't matter. Like, and in a way, you're kind of more in touch with the world than you ever would have been in like civilized, in a civilized world. Like, you couldn't do that in a real life. You couldn't be able to go into stuff like that, but like you can in this world. And in a way, you're more connected now to these things than you ever would have been if you were just reading about it in a pamphlet. It is really cool. That being said, there's also a plant fungus that will murder you and eat out your spine.
Big one.
Dad's letting me do violence. That was very funny. That was Ellie to a T.
It feels good. T-minus 25 seconds.
The fact that Joel got
20 seconds and counting.
Right from the game. Right from the game. They did it.
Seconds. Guidance is internal.
Joel's just in the back just shaking it. This was very well done. I can't believe they did it. They did it perfectly. What was that? What did she see? Okay, so in the game, there's a moment where they go to another building, and Ellie comes across this sign, basically this wall that has spray painted the Firefly symbol with the word liar on it, underneath it. And that is something that deeply troubles Ellie. And I don't quite know what she was looking at there. I'm going to have to go back and see it again. But I feel like from this point onward, things are going to be not great with Ellie and Joel's relationship. But it seems like we're fast forwarding a year later again, so he remembered the cake again.
Oh, what the fuck?
Exactly, what the fuck?
Us. You don't own anything.
She's not wrong, buddy.
I'm sorry that I got a tattoo and smoked weed and fooled around with a girl. Except I'm not.
Quintessential Ellie. Jim Hopper would tell you to keep the door open 3-inch minimum. My favorite character, Gale.
Is there a doctor's in sign on me like Lucy from fucking Peanuts?
Catherine O'Hara as Gail is my favorite part. I mean, I really love this show and I really like this season, but Catherine O'Hara is the best part about this show. She is so good. She never misses. Oh my God, I love Gail so much.
I know, but this is about learning the ropes. So pretend, okay?
You know what? I'm not gonna knock this. I kind of wish this had been spread out through the episodes. Like, if maybe it might have disrupted the flow of the episodes, but I really liked that these things were more spread out in the game. Not necessarily. I mean, an issue I did have with The Last of Us Part 2, the game, was a lot of the flashbacks, particularly on Abby's side, I felt went on a little too long and were, for some of them, not needed. But for the most part, for Ellie, the flashbacks with Joel, like, I did enjoy for the most part. And I kind of wish in the show that they had spread them out as opposed to putting them all in this one episode, because it kind of just feels like we're kind of, all right, let's get to this, let's get to this, let's get to this, let's get to this, let's get to this. And so I'm not really kind of taking these moments in before we cut back and we see why Ellie's so hell-bent on going after Abby. Like, those flashbacks were kind of the memory of what got us here in a way. Yeah, I guess I kind of wish these things had been more spread out. And it's funny, it's actually a change from in the game, because in the game, Ellie was probably 16 or 17 when the confrontation with Joel happened. You know, it wasn't. This makes it feel like it was fairly recent, or at least like a couple of months that they weren't speaking to each other, or that she downright was upset at him, when in the game it was very much a couple months to a couple years, where their relationship was very, very, very strained. And I don't know which one I like better, so I'll just have to see which one. I'll just have to see how this goes. Let's keep going. Wait a minute, hang on, wait a minute, I just realized something. When Ellie and Dina went after, did they go back for Shimmer? Is Shimmer still in that garage? Well, at least he's not dead. Is this version of Shimmer still alive? Oh, that's... Wait a minute. Shimmer's just hanging in the garage. He doesn't know what's been going on. Oh, that's funny.
Are there any more?
Other than me? No.
We're gonna see how Joel killed Eugene.
Her. I got things I gotta tell her.
I have so much weed.
I promise.
He's gonna lie. He's gonna shoot him. Ooh, this isn't gonna end well. He's gonna shoot him. Here's my speculation, and I could be wrong. He's gonna shoot him. Ellie's gonna figure out. He's gonna shoot him. He's gonna lie to Ellie. Ellie's gonna be like, "You lied to me. What else have you been lying to me about?" And then I have a feeling she's probably gonna tell. I don't know. Would she tell Gail what happened? Because we know from the first episode that Gail knows how Joel killed her husband. So maybe Ellie... You know what? Instead of speculating, I'm just going to watch the damn episode, man. Come on.
I see her.
Yeah, she's not going to be happy with that.
Please. Get away from me, please. You swore.
So I really thought that's where the confrontation's was gonna happen. What the? Stupid thing's been on this whole time. Sorry, that was my fan. So I really thought that that's where the confrontation was gonna happen, but it seems like this confrontation's not gonna happen until like the porch, which is wow. Okay, like 9 months, because I'm seeing the thing 9 months later, and Ellie's 19, so that means we're back to the first episode now. Yeah, we're back to the first episode. Joel didn't tell the truth until literally when it happened, until literally the day before his death. That's crazy. That's an interesting change.
What I said today about you being a refugee.
I'm very interested to see what the podcast episode has to say about this change, because it's very, very interesting, the fact that it isn't the fact that Ellie ran away and saw first Salt Lake City for herself. This is more of the fact that Joel is still holding on to this secret, which he never did. He never told her the truth. Literally for 5 years, he never told her the truth. That's crazy. That's wow. Okay.
Uncle Grumpy is family.
It would suck if you died tomorrow. Yeah, I really do wish they had spread all of this out. But they must have something really, really big planned for the rest of the seasons. Season 3 and eventually Season 4. This happened right at the end of the game. And the fact that we're doing this now, they really have to have something big planned. I'm very curious to listen to the podcast and see why they made that change. Because as far as I know, he still hasn't told her the truth yet.
And Marlene?
Yo, okay, I shouldn't be smiling, but my God.
But if somehow I had a second chance at that moment,
I would do it all over
I
again.
would do it all over again.
Because you're selfish.
Because I love you.
Oh my gosh! No! Oh! Wheel the tears back in. Wheel the tears back in. No. He did not say that in the game, and it would have broken me if Troy Baker had said "I love you" to Ashley Johnson. Okay, so we're getting the scene, man, and the fact that this happens now, I get in the context of the show why it is, but there's this thing with Pedro Pascal, and I noticed it too in the conversation with Catherine O'Hara in the first episode, where someone's asking him a direct question, and there's this look in his eyes as they well with tears, where he's almost silently begging them not to ask. Please stop asking. Don't make me say it. Please don't make me say it. And I noticed that in the first episode, in the first season too, when Ellie asked him if he killed innocent people, and he said, "I've been on both sides." There's that vulnerability in his eyes where that's the vulnerable side of Joel coming out before he kind of clicks, and the smuggler, the killer, comes out, and he was almost emotionless when he does violence. But this is almost kind of like pleading for him, like, to please don't make him say the terrible things that he does. And just Pedro, like, well done, man. I'm gonna miss you, man. I'm gonna miss you in this show.
You can't understand.
The love of a parent for their child.
But if that day
What would you
should
do for your kid?
come, if you should ever have one of your own, well then, I hope you do a little better than me.
He's quoting his dad. Man, oh man, oh man. Parents just want to protect their kids. Build a better world for their kids, even if their kid never speaks to them again.
I don't think I can forgive you for this.
But she's alive, Joel. That's all that matters.
But I would like to try.
Yo, laugh to keep from crying, man. Laugh to keep from crying. Oh. I think Ellie made Nora talk. One episode left, guys. One episode left. I don't know how I feel about this. I really don't, man. But oh boy. Okay, so let's talk about this a little bit. So we have basically almost all the flashback sequences that appeared in the game. We had them in this one episode. It was really great seeing the happy moments and understanding the other moments as well. I am going to listen to the podcast because I want to understand why they made that change of having Joel and Ellie, or Joel telling Ellie the truth at this moment rather than earlier. I am curious to see why they did it, but honestly, it didn't really bother me once I figured out what they were doing. It didn't interrupt this version of the story that they're telling. I can see why they would make kind of that change, but I kind of want to hear it from Neil Druckmann and Craig Mazin and Troy Baker in the podcast episode. So I'm looking forward to watching that. I want to know, guys, what you think about this episode. You've had a much longer time to kind of ferment and think about this episode, much longer than I did. So I want to know in the comments what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching this reaction to episode 6. Sorry, episode 6. Wait, there's 7 episodes this season? Oh, man. Okay. All right. Episode 6, the price. If you like what you saw, please like, subscribe to YN, and I will see you all in the next episode and the final episode of the season of The Last of Us. Take care.